I hope you guys can really hear me. You know, I have followed Jamal's career since he first came out of, I guess, Morehouse. And I just remember watching him on TBN. And I said, God, he's a good orator. And he had a couple of fumbles, in his marriage, a couple of fumbles. He got in out front, you know, very humbled, and he confessed his sins before the congregation. But Jamal never missed a beat. He never missed a beat. Unlike me, I sat myself down, haven't gotten back up yet in the pulpit because I love God just that much. I respect him that much. But most of all, I also fear God. I know God is not to be played with. I don't play with God. Never have, never will. I don't play with the I, the R, and the S. And I don't play with New Jersey Supreme Court and the Ethics Committee. I don't play with the law. I don't play with courts. I just don't play with folks. I don't play reindeer games. But Jamal Bryant, like Trump, have never been held accountable. He's never lost anything. He's been a snake, so to speak. And, I feel sorry for these men because these Jezebels are treacherous. These women, I never knew how treacherous women can be. But the Bible tried to warn men of these women. Look at Samson. Look at David and Bathsheba. No, the Bible is not filled with stories of perfect people. The Bible is a soap opera, a real life soap opera with people, stories, parables, scriptures on how we are to move on this earth while we learn about ourselves and God and each other. Jamal had a prime opportunity yesterday to apologize to little Johnny, to apologize to kids that he has fathered out of wedlock. He had every opportunity. I can't get out little Johnny's face out my head. I can't get that little boy's face out of my head. We take that scripture that love covers a multitude of sin out of context. But we forget about the reaping and the sowing. We forget about that God sees everything. He's all seeing. We forget about the part that God is long suffering but not forever suffering. He helped New Birth get back on its feet. He left his church in Baltimore, wherever it was, didn't have the courage to tell his people beforehand that he was leaving. He gets up there one Sunday, tells them, I'm out. I'm going to New Birth. Because New Birth has rich resources, owns a lot of property. And Mr. Bryant wanted to get his grimy hands on that property. He don't show the kids that were fathered at a wedlock because that doesn't keep with his image. Multiple baby mamas. And he thinks that the internet is going to continue to be merciful to him. He thinks because he does good things that they can hide his whoredom. They can hide the fact he continues to quote unquote create illegitimate children. I don't call anyone illegitimate, but that's what society labels them. Children born out of wedlock. See, a good woman, a strong woman, a godly woman would have told him, babe, get them children together. She would bring them together and their mamas. And he would apologize to everyone. But he missed an opportunity. Maybe he's going to do it on his podcast where he can get clicks and views. Because at this point, that's all he is a click and a view. There's a reckoning going on in the land on every level. I said from the rooter to the tutor. Everyone's being exposed. People with poor characters will no longer continue to live in peace and continue their F-ish. They're going to fall. And the fall is going to be so great. No one learned anything from Bishop Long. No one. Not one single thing. And people continue to play with God. People continue to play with God as if God does not see them and their sins and abomination. I'm done with being save-a-ho. I'm done. I'm done warning people. I am shaking the dust off my feet and turning to the next phase. My 3 lawsuits. That's it. Working on that, getting some things changed. My 2-year plan of changing lives, changing, avenging, reckoning, balancing the scales of justice for black folks. I'm done.